Welcome to Live from Home, everybody, brought to you by AppDynamics, Cisco, and our partner, Collide Theatrical. I'm your host, Adrian Spinelli. If you don't know where you are right now, you're at Live from Home, a weekly live performance series that's showcasing artists all over the country whose livelihoods have been impacted by COVID-19, as well as an arts nonprofit here, alongside some of the best collaborative technology from Cisco, which we're showcasing here and you're watching on Live from Home. This series here helps the performers, and everybody that you're watching today is a paid performer. We're raising funds for nonprofits every week, a special one this week, and we're showcasing Cisco's Webex ability to connect us all. Like I said, everyone's coming from different parts of the country, and we're giving you guys some entertainment as long as an opportunity to give back to everybody involved. So this is the 5th week of Live from Home. And just a big thanks to everybody who's joined us in previous weeks, or all the teams and people who've been contributing each week to the show. Couple things to keep in mind tonight. We're sadly not at a concert hall. I know that everybody kind of wishes they were at some point in the past few days or weeks here, but we're in fact coming to these artists' homes and on the World Wide Web through the magic of it all. And the sound quality can be a little DIY, but what we're looking to showcase here is more talented artists and an organization that we care deeply about, and bringing them all together through collaborative technology, bringing them together with you, with us, and the world. And it's a challenging time we're living in right now. So I know I really appreciate being a part of this all, and I'm sure you guys are gonna really enjoy what we have in store. This goes without saying, but for optimal streaming, maybe try to limit if you have a bunch of tabs or windows open, that might affect the streaming. So, you know, do what you will with that information. Now that we got all that out of the way, on to the more exciting things. We have a super musically diverse slate of artists that are performing from their homes tonight, and we'll be joined by 4 singer-songwriters. First one is going to be Royce Lovett, who's an R&B and hip-hop artist from Tallahassee, Florida. You might have seen him in the most recent season of NBC's The Voice. We'll also be joined by Lowell, the frontman of LA dream rock band Low Moon. We'll be joined by Barnaby Bright, alt Americana duo of Nathan and Becky Bliss from Kansas City, Missouri. And last but not least, we'll be joined by the Brook and the Bluff, an indie group originally from Birmingham, Alabama, that I know will make for a perfectly chilled out ending to this Live from Home session. Now, for tonight's featured benefit nonprofit, it's the Gray Area Foundation for the Arts in the San Francisco Mission District, which I call home, and I've spent many memorable evenings in Gray Area myself, and we're thrilled to be helping them out tonight too. It's a place that finds itself at the intersection of technology and arts innovation, creativity, and performances, and just a lot more. You can visit throughout the night. We'll be linking our Bright Fund link. We'll be sharing on the chat boxes, and it'll be very obvious. Anytime I mention it, it'll pop up. We'll give you an opportunity to help contribute to Gray Area. Speaking of which, we're joined for a moment here by Barry Threw, the executive director of Gray Area, and he's helped develop Gray Area for over a decade and recently assumed the role of executive director. Give a warm welcome to Barry Threw. He's going to talk to us for a little bit here. Barry, are you with us?
I am. Thanks so much, Adrian. It's great to be here, and thanks to Cisco and the AppDynamics team for putting this together. It's really impactful. It means a lot for arts organizations and artists all around the country that have been impacted by this situation. As Adrian mentioned, you know, for 11 years, Gray Area has been a cultural hub applying creative action for social transformation. And so we really integrate art with science, technology, and the humanities towards positive, impact-driven outcomes. And we do this primarily in a few ways through public events like concerts, audiovisual performances, exhibitions. We have an education program that's both a creative technology workshop year-round, as well as some longer-term creative technology curriculums that happen biannually, and a cultural incubator that's really focused on taking projects and scaling them out with an artist entrepreneur model that allows scalability and sustainability for creative technology projects. And, you know, so we're bringing together diverse cultures and communities to engage with our rapidly changing digital society from our home at the Grand Theater in San Francisco. And we're serving over 100,000 members of the public and 500 artists and 200 students annually. In this coronavirus sort of situation, like many arts organizations and artists, we've been very impacted because about 80% of our budget is earned revenue from operating our theater that we've renovated. And so we've transitioned a lot of our programming online in our new platform, Patch, which is at patch.grayarea.org. And we're really using this to bring our creative technology programming to a wider audience globally, as well as trying to maintain connection, intimacy, and collaboration in this moment of physical distancing and create regenerative revenue sources for the wider arts community that we've impacted, which of course in San Francisco and the Bay Area, culture is the reason that this community of technology innovation exists. So I'm happy to be here and support Cisco AppDynamics teams in this live from home effort. And I believe that Cisco is matching all Cisco employee donations tonight. So if you have any capacity to give, it's really a majorly impactful moment to support arts and culture in your communities.
Thank you so much, Barry. And I think one thing that I've always loved about Gray Area is how it really has been about giving artists a place where they can come and create. And it's just been a really effective foundation from the start. So we're really happy to be benefiting Gray Area today. So thanks again. And then again, you can donate throughout the night to Gray Area. You'll see the link pop up a number of times. And let's get to it. The first performer of the evening, we have Royce Lovett. As I mentioned earlier, he's from Tallahassee, Florida, and that's where he's joining us from right now. Royce, are you there?
I'm right here. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. It's good to have you. And looks like the sun's still out in Florida right now. Huh? I can see it coming into your living room there. Or...
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's on its way down, and it's like the perfect temperature right now. The past few days have been just amazing.
Very cool, very cool. I'll ask you one thing, and then I'll let you get going. You've been on The Voice, which I was like, well, I've never really spoken with an artist that is fresh off of The Voice. Was the season still going, or did it just end? What was the experience like? How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. The Voice, hands down, like start to finish, like every aspect of it, from getting the phone call, was just an amazing experience. And those guys know what they're doing. They are already on season 18. I was on season 17. And so they keep it going. It's moving.
Very cool, very cool. I know you were on Team Gwen Stefani on that, so that's pretty cool too. We'll come back and talk. You're going to do 3 songs for us. You're going to play the first couple, and then we'll talk for a little bit after the second song. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the first song you're going to play, maybe a little bit about the second one as well, and then I will just let you take it away from here. Thank you so much.
Cool, man. Well, I normally play this song right here. It's called Up for Love, especially when I have a live crowd in front of me, because there's a part that everybody just seems to really gravitate towards and sing. I was talking to my grandmother, and so picture this woman raised in the 30s and raising 12 children at the same time, working 2 jobs, and just in the time of hatred and segregation. And I was just like wondering how she got up every morning. She said she got up for love. And so there's a part of the song that says, up for love. And normally folks say that. So if you're watching, or whoever's watching, wherever you are, you can sing it with me if you like. And the second song is a story. I figured I would kind of show what I love writing. It's a story about a narrative that some of us aren't really familiar with. And so I'm pretty excited to play these for you.
Right on. It's all on you now, man. Thank you so much. Here we go. Royce Lovett, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do it as if there's tons of people in front of me. Here we go. Everybody say, up for love. Say, up for love. Yeah. 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 Now Now y'all know when to come in when it starts. You ready? I wanna be fly, 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 floating through the sky like a dream. When they say I can't fly, 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 I'ma smile then show them my wings. They crawl through the cloud, never been in with the crowd. So proud to be myself. Yes, I gotta do me. Get out, hit the streets, spread love, cause the world really needs some help. I don't need a witness, don't need your forgiveness. Forgiving my heart so you can rip it apart. It'll still be strong even when I'm not home. I'm connected to love, and if you think that it's wrong, I don't want to be right. I'm taking a flight. I bump negativity and bad advice. I open my eyes, so I'm high off life. The best things are free. I never look at the price. Listen, I'm glad to be alive today. To hug my son, to live my life, and have some fun. To touch the sky and feel the clouds. Yo, my soul is free. I want to say it loud. I'll be alive today. To hug my son, to live my life, and have some fun. To touch the sky and feel the clouds. Yo, my soul is free, I want to say it. The mothers and the fathers up for love. The sisters and the brothers up for love. The daughters and the sons up for love. The daughters and the sons, yeah, we up for love. See, when the skies are gray, we up for love. When money MIA, we up for love. When the bills get late, we up for love. We always find our way because we up for love. Listen, I want to be fly, 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 floating through the sky like a dream. When they say I can't fly, 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 fly. Yo, I never really follow with the trends. Gotta be myself, triumphant and true. Don't need the wealth, a lot of love will do. And if the skies are gray, I consider them blue. Cause if it's under the sun, and ain't nothing new. And yes, I'm feeling so special, yeah. And knowing I got a reason to live, so let peace be the vessel, yo. Spread love, there's a lot to give. So if you're hearing my voice, that means you're making a choice to keep staying your path and come roll with Royce and let your soul rejoice. Forget about the pain, cause everybody gets a little rain. And I'm glad to be alive today, to hug my sons, to live my life and have some fun, to touch the sky and feel the clouds. Yo, my soul is free, I wanna say it loud. Mothers and the fathers up for love. The sisters and the brothers up for love. The daughters and the sons up for love. The daughters and the sons, yo, we up for love. See, when the skies are gray, we up for love. Money in my we up for love. And when the bills are getting late, we up for love. We still find our way, cause we, it's my favorite part. It goes like this. Nothing can bring you down when you're walking in the clouds. What a way to live a life. And we can do it till we get it right. Nothing can bring you down when you're walking in the clouds. What a way to live a life. And we can do it till we get it right. See, the mothers and the fathers, we up for love. The sisters and the brothers, we up for love. The daughters and the sons, we up for love. The daughters and the sons, yeah, we up for love. And we gonna be fly, 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 floating through the sky like a dream. And when they say we can't fly, we gonna smile, then show them our wings. Appreciate it. So, like I said, that song was called Up for Love. I just really like it because, you know, when I sing it, it makes me remember just how strong, you know, we are when we love each other. And no matter what's going on, even like what's happening right now, you know, you get up in the morning, you just gotta love, and that's the way to do it. Now, this next song might sound like a bit of a downer. But here we go. Listen up now, people. I wanna tell you something about a man named Chris, his daughter, and a gun. The story may be heavy and hard for some to take, but if you feel like dancing, that's 'cause hope is on its way. Listen, the t-shirt band is making a killing from all the killing, bang bang. The t-shirt man is making a killing from all the killing, bang bang. Yo, Monday morning started off like any other, except this time Chris fought with his mother. She found a gun in his backpack and made him mad. And the reason why she was looking out, get back to dad. Now, Chris been out of school for a while now. He was a bright, kind of cool, not a bad child. But he never really had much of a jump shot and never knew he sat by his dad at the bus stop. And his mom, she worked hard, 2 jobs. She was taught to work the system when it got hard. She told the teachers he was dumb for a little more cash. Now he's stuck in homeroom with no remedial class, so it's hard to say if you ever saw his potential. Only thing on his mind was money when the rent due. So with a hard-working mom and father and not a job, the boys next door had talked inside a box. That T-shirt man is making a killing. From all the killing, bang bang. The T-shirt man is making a killing. From all the killing, bang bang. Yo, now let's get back to this backpack that wasn't really his. See, y'all can't forget that Chris had a kid, and mom, she was mad, she was hot when she saw this. She said, please paint that picture, tell me how you draw this. I know it, he replied with a laugh, you know this. Or did you notice we ain't get no notice, and the lights been kept on it. Nobody hiring, she said, oh, you in a gang, and the rest is fire. And he said, nah, ma, it's not even like that. And I only use this if I gotta fight back. But something you know what the gang's really about. They my homies, I'm not in it, but they really about. You know, they're keeping all the racist cops out. And I'm sure we can agree that killing isn't cool. But look at our food and look at our schools. Or you gonna tell me this ain't what America wants us to do? The T-shirt man is making a killing. On a killing. Bang, bang. T-shirt man is making a killing. Come on, a killing. Bang, bang. After that conversation, that's when everything slows down. He leaves in his frustration. Now no one's going down, 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 down. Then now with affiliation, the bullets rain down. Now he's on the ground, wondering what he gonna do now. Can he stand up, thinking he can pop a couple rounds and it's over? What a simple slaughter. He stands up, checking himself for the bullets, and then he realized they went into his daughter. Man, help me understand. They picking up their cell phones now, and who they call? T-shirt man. See, the T-shirt man is making a killing. From all the killing, bang bang. The T-shirt man is making a killing. From all the killing. So I normally stop this song right here before I sing the next part, just to explain it a little bit. But if you're from the South or big cities, you're probably familiar with T-shirts that say "In memory of, rest in peace." And normally, those kids in high school, they're very young and it's very violent and it shouldn't happen. And so what I'm saying in this song is that the only person benefiting from any of this violence and any of this foolishness going on is the one who's making the T-shirt. So when I say the T-shirt man is making a killing, from all the killing, bang bang. But listen, we ain't got to die no more. Love is what we're fighting for. I know that I'm worth more than the T-shirt, T-shirt. Yeah, we ain't got to die no more. Love is what we're fighting for. I know that I'm worth more than the T-shirt, T-shirt. Yeah, we ain't got to die no more. Love is what we're fighting for. I know that I'm worth more than the T-shirt, T-shirt.
Fantastic, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm just saying, I'm picturing your whole neighborhood, hearing you right there, bells out there. I can see your window there. I wonder how many people are standing in your window. Be like, what's going on in there, man? There's some amazing singing going on.
A lot of music come from this house. They're probably used to it.
Now, you grew up singing in the church, right? And are you signed to was it a Motown gospel release that your album came out on, or?
Yes, all those are true. My mother had me in church like 5 days a week, and I learned to play music there, learned to sing there, fell in love with hip hop there. And yes, I was signed to Motown, Motown Gospel.
Oh, well, your music's really uplifting, and I think you're a master storyteller. I'm wondering, what storytellers, like musically, did you look up to when you were making music, when you started to make music?
Oh man, Bob Dylan, Bob Marley, Lauryn Hill, Wycliffe. Like, there's so many amazing storytellers out there, and I think that's almost kind of lost sometimes when you turn on the radio. But I love telling a good story because I think stories are how we find humanity amongst one another. And so, that's why I wrote that one.
Cool. I agree, man. I appreciate that sentiment. I'm going to let you take it away for your final song here, and go ahead and tell us a little bit about it. And looking forward to hearing it.
Cool, man. Well, this next song I wrote after I was leaving The Voice because if anyone was watching, they had me singing a lot of reggae songs. And so I was like, you know what, let's put some reggae guitars on this. And one thing I write about a lot is like love and how love can just wake you up. And I think that's like a trendy thing to say now. It's like, wake up, stay woke. But what I wanted to change it a little bit. And so we changed it to good morning. Because I feel like when you tell someone good morning, it's different. It's like saying wake up, but with a smile. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I wrote this song. I just released it, by the way. And so I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. Take a look around, the sun's looking down, everybody running with their head in the ground. Double X with a smile, walking dead for a while. Everybody running with their head in the ground. Open your eyes, remember you're royal. Pick up that crown, get your head out that soil. Live for your dreams, don't wait for tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, good morning. Seems you've been sleeping for a while. Good morning. It's time to wake up, morning child. Good morning. The sun is here to tell you who you are. Listen up, baby girl, you're a star. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Good morning. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ain't it funny how you can struggle with the smile, but Jah keeps the sun right above them clouds. Rain falls down on every man's house. Jah keeps the sun right above the clouds. Good morning. It seems you've been sleeping for a while. Good morning. And it's time to wake up on the child. Good morning. The sun is here to tell you who you are. Listen up, baby. You're a star. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. Had to put a rap verse in this one. Check. Let me pour you some coffee, no sugar. Heated on the block and put down the Ruger. Get a gun and Cupid, he'll be my shooter. Get a gun and Cupid, he'll be my shooter. Wake up the ball, make up the reds. Pick up the breaking man, they get the dead. Pick up my people, man, let's fill the bridge. Wake up the rebel with reasons to live. Good morning. Seems you've been sleeping for a while. Good morning. And it's time to wake up, wake up. Good morning. The sun is here to tell you who you are. Listen up, baby. You're the star. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
Royce Lovett, man, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And just a reminder to everybody, Royce's Instagram is there under his name. Check him out if you like what you heard. And as always, this today is a benefit for Gray Area. Make sure to click that link over there and make a donation if you're able to. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you so much, Royce. That was fantastic. I think everyone's probably jumping in their chairs or something right now. So
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, let's jump into our second performer of the evening here. Once again, that was Royce Lovett, and thank you so much to Royce. Matt Lowell of Low Moon. Matt, are you with me? Matt, are you with me? Can you hear me? You might have to unmute if you're not. You might still be on mute. Hey, Matt, good to see you, man. You were coming to us from Los Angeles, California. Is that right?
Yep. Good old LA.
Cool. And I see you got the piano there. You're kind of doing you're going to do the one-man band thing, but your band is called Low Moon. You guys put out an LP in 2018, self-titled, and you're signed to Columbia. How is the world around you these last couple months here? How you doing?
Yeah, we're doing all right, trying anything we can to stay inspired and have a little bit of fun with this at home, and just, it's a very, very weird time. So writing and I've been trying different things like dancing and just getting out of my comfort zone completely, flipping the switch a bit, just trying anything. But yeah, it's a very weird time.
I'm right there with you, man. And you can feel free to dance during this if you want. Although I have a feeling that you're not going to be doing much dancing here.
You don't want to see it, man. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it.
So you're gonna play 3 songs for us total. You're gonna play the first 2. We'll come back and talk a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the first 2 songs you're gonna play. I know the first one I think is a newer song that you just put out recently, right?
Yeah, this song called "For Me It's You." We put it out, I think, a little bit over a year ago, kind of 6 months after the first album came out. We had just finished a tour, and we had put it out, and right afterwards we kind of went into the studio to work on the second album. So that's the first song, and then the second song is "Loveless," which is the first song we put out. So yeah, we'll play those 2 songs. Both on piano.
Well, it sounds like we've got sounds like we have the 2 spectrums of early Low Moon and now the newest Low Moon. I'm going to let Matt Lowell take it away, and we'll come back and talk after your second song. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Just when I felt like giving up, that I shouldn't try. Save it now. Easier lost outside of us. That's not what I find. This time around, every night outside my window, to catch the moon. Reminds me that there's always something more for me to do. I'm just waiting for the moment when you tell me that it's true. I'm just waiting on a moment for you. Tell me it's true. Always known for me. So give me something real. Always known for me. It's you. Standing alone at 25, barely recognize, blue eye. I should've known we'd make it right. Coming back this time, different life. The lights outside my window brighter than normal. The car chasing the valley, baby, it's just me. Yeah, we're living in the moment. You tell me that it's true. Now I'm right here in this moment. Yeah. So tell me how you feel. Always known for me. Give something real. Always known for me. It's you. Give me something real. Always known for me. It's you. Give me something real. Always known for me. It's you. It's you.
Right, so that's a song called For Me, It's You. This next one is called Loveless. The first low moon signal, I think 2018, I don't know. You probably know better than me. All right, this is called Loveless. All right, here we go.
Crosses in distance as we loveless in shelter time. You take a chance on love. You take a chance on love. All to the lonely loveless is her answer time. Take a chance on love. Take a chance on love. Take my hand and leave traces. Understand, nobody sees. I told myself so many times. What I want is what I want now. You can see tonight inside your mind. Let's sit love, love I need. Rolling drums, rolling steel. Blessed love, love I need. Rolling drums, love.
Cool. Thank you, Matt. And since you called me out, Loveless came out in 2016 as a single.
2016. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that.
What I love about that song is there's a story. I mean, for people that are watching here, there's a really cool story about that song. It's kind of like an industry notorious story where Low Moon, you guys dropped the song out of nowhere. Nobody knew anything about you, and a year or two later, the information slowly trickled, and then you guys were signed to a label, and then you released the debut in 2018. Tell us a little bit about the mystique behind that song.
Yeah, it kind of took a life of its own, weirdly. None of that was planned. We just, my whole idea for the band was let's lead with the music and put some music out there. And I had finished this song. It was the first song we finished. It's like, let's get it out. And we didn't really have any idea what was going to happen. So when people started paying attention to it, we were kind of catching up to it at the same time. We were like, oh man, we and I had written a bunch of music, but it was like, we've got this song and people care, and now we're going to chase it down. And it's weird, to be completely honest. In some ways, I still feel like that. I don't know if that'll ever go away, but I still feel like I'm always trying to not chase that song, but just chase after myself and just keep writing and keep going. And we did so much touring, and so we learned so much through that entire world that song gave us. So yeah, it's honestly just, I'm really grateful and thankful for that song, and yeah, it's a little bit different on piano. If people are expecting, it doesn't sound anything like that with just me on piano with the band.
Yeah, that's definitely a stripped down version of a song that's pretty dark and kind of sprawling, and it's a good one. Loveless by Low Moon for everybody who wants to kind of seek it out when it's all done. I'm going to let you take it away with the last song here, your third song, and we'll come back and chat for a little bit. And then a quick reminder to everybody that you can click the link to donate to Gray Area, and it should be there on your screen somewhere. I can't see it. I'm just here talking to Matt, and I'm going to let Matt take it away with the last song, Matt Lowell of Low Moon.
All right. So this song, the first time I heard this song properly was right after 9/11. Bruce Springsteen played a tribute show, and it was him and Stevie and Patty, and there's something about that. I remember seeing it in 2001, that moment of him, it opened the show, I'm pretty sure. And it hit me and it stuck with me. And ever since I heard the song, I've been trying to write songs like this. They reflect on the times. They are culturally appropriate, and they are, it's classic. And it means a lot to me, this song. So this song is called My City by Bruce Springsteen. There's a blood red circle on the cold dark ground, and the rain is falling down. Church doors thrown open, I can hear the organ song, but the congregation's gone. My city of ruin, my city of ruin. The
sweet bells of mercy drift through the evening tree, and on the corner like scattered leaves, the boarded up window, empty street, while my brother's down on his knees. My city of blue, my city of blue. Come on, rise up. 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 Now there's tears on the pillow, darling, where we slept. And you took my heart when we left. That's your sweet kiss. My soul is lost. Now tell me, how do I begin again? My city of bliss. My city's of bliss. With these hands, 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 pray for the strength, Lord. Come on, rise up. 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 Come on, rise up.
I think we need Bruce Springsteen to kind of help us through everything right now. That was great, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And so people can go online and check out the self-titled Low Moon album. You have a new album in the works right now? Are you guys working on music? Is that pretty much all we're able to do at this point in time, you know, with what we have before us?
Yeah, we are, we're very close to being finished. Right before everything happened, we were getting ready to finalize and go into mixing. But now, you know, we've got some time and we've written more songs, but we're definitely going to get something out. Definitely. Very, very soon.
Cool. Well, that's exciting. Matt Lowell of Low Moon, thank you so much for joining us on Live from Home, and all the best to you.
Yes, you too. Thank you. Great to see you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Well, we're going to move on to our third performer here. And before we jump on, remember, you can donate to Gray Area on the Bright Fund link that you're likely seeing somewhere on the live stream page. Visit that and, you know, give whatever you can here. We appreciate it. Gray Area appreciates it. Now, I want to kick it over to Barnaby Bright, which is the alt-Americana duo of Nathan and Becky Bliss. And they're on the line right now. Hey, are you guys with me? Barnaby Bright?
Hey, we're here.
Hey, what's up, Adrian?
Very cool. And that's we have Nathan on the right and Becky on the left, in case you were wondering. You guys are in Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
Actually, the Kansas side, but it's practically the same thing.
Okay,
We're like 5 minutes from the state line.
Because I said Missouri earlier, and I realized that I might have jumped the gun. So Kansas City, Kansas. That's important here. I didn't want to call you Missourians. You guys are Kansas. But I was reading that you guys are fairly well traveled, and that you haven't always been in Kansas City. Tell me a little bit about your journey to how you got to your home, where you're coming to us from right now. And you might want to. We can't really see Nathan right now, and I can only kind of see half of Becky's face. So just a heads up. Yeah.
Better?
There we go. Yeah, I know all about your Venmo and your PayPal and your email address. I'm just gonna blow up your email very shortly here. But anyways, you were about to tell me about getting to Kansas City.
Well, I actually grew up here, so that's why we moved back here after we lived in Brooklyn for 6 years, and that's kind of where we started our band. And then we lived in Nashville for 2 years, and we moved back here just a couple of years ago. Nathan grew up in Philly and
Go
lived
Birds.
in Boston forever and work and all over. So yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I'm gonna let you guys play your music for us. Well, what I like about having you guys here is that, as I was saying in the beginning, it's all the music that we're hearing today in Live from Home is diverse and nothing sounds like the last one. So I'm really looking forward to the mood and the vibes that you guys are gonna build here. You'll have 3 songs total. Tell us a little bit about, I'll let you guys take it away as soon as I'm done here, about the first 2 that you're gonna play, and then we'll come back and chat for a bit, and then you'll play the last one. So take it away.
Well, first of all, thank you, Cisco, for having us. We're really glad to be part of this and to be supporting Gray Matter. And happy Cinco de Mayo. This is kind of ridiculous, but we're drinking Moscow Mules. Slightly different area of the world than Mexico, but we didn't have margarita fixing. So there is lime juice in Moscow Mules, though. So that's good.
That's bona fide.
So we're gonna play 3 songs for you. This first one is a breakup song, and it's kind of funny. Nathan and I are married, so when you're in a musical duo with your partner, you inevitably end up singing songs about the other one's ex. So I'm going to sing a song for you now about Nathan's ex-girlfriend, and
What's the title of the song again?
it's called Gravity. I've tried everything, anything to let you go. Oh, but I just keep on sinking, and when I said I was alright, I'm anything but alright. And I am anything but winning. Take it away off my shoulders. The weight is breaking into pieces. It's cold. One alone's only half the heat. And take my brain from your fingers and throw it at the sea. I drop it from a high place. It's only gravity. Gravity. Something strong is pulling. Gravity. We cried as I fell into. You cried for me, I cried. And we said everything worth saying. And you've tried everything. Anything to say so. But I'm not sure that it's worth saying. Take it away off my shoulders. The weight is breaking into pieces. It's cold. One alone's only half the heat.
Take my brain from your fingers and throw it out to sea. Jump me from my high place. Only gravity. Something strong is pulling me. Gravity. 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 And we put the chairs out. Gravity. By the lights, back them up in boxes.
Thanks for the virtual claps. It's very strange playing in front of computers, but this is like our fourth or fifth show to a computer audience, so we're kind of starting to get the hang of it.
Expert now.
But it's really sad. I mean, obviously this is a hard time for everybody. It's not just musicians that are struggling, of course. We've had a bunch of tours canceled in Florida and the UK and California next month, and I don't know when it's all going to come back, but we're grateful to have places like this to play in the meantime. And speaking of hurting times, we're going to play a brand new song for you guys called The Hurting Times. It's actually a song we wrote last year. We actually finished it in the Holland Tunnel on our way to a gig in New Jersey. But we have a friend here in Kansas City named Tom who told us the story about when he was a little boy, like 13 years old, he would go to his mom's, or not his mom's house, his grandma's house every day after school. And she would sort of babysit him, and he would unload his burdens to her. She was kind of like a little therapist and tell her what, teacher was picking on him and what boys were bullying the girl who didn't like him back or whatever. Anyway, she had this phrase she would always say to him: "I wish I could give you my heart for the hurting times." It was such a beautiful sentiment, and I mean, for a 13-year-old boy, it meant nothing. He was like, "Well, great, that does nothing for me." But when he grew up and got married and had a child of his own, he said that his grandmother's words came back and kind of hit him like a ton of bricks. He finally understood what she meant. So with his permission, I stole his grandmother's words and turned them into this song. The single is coming this summer, as well as a music video, so be on that. And I'm going to play the baritone ukulele here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's called Hurting.
Have you ever loved so loud? Every party you can pour in, lost in the sea of things you've never felt. Have you ever hurt so deep, pouring out the soul that you forgot yourself, felt like you could barely breathe? Yeah, it's a blessing, it's a curse to love so much it hurts. I wish I could take your pain away. I hope you leave me when I'm sick. Wish I could give you my heart, give you my heart for the time. I wish I could give you my heart, give you my heart for the time. I had never lost my breath, not
Suddenly everything is changing how I see. When you're smiling at me, full of curiosity, I just wanna hold you tight, and protect you from everything. But yeah, it's a blessing, it's a curse to love so much it hurts. I wish I could take your pain away. Hope you believe me when I say that I wish I could give you my heart, give you my heart for time. I wish I could give you my heart, give you my heart for the hurting times. My whole life I've been praying for someone I feel that way for. Never knew, never knew, never knew I could feel like this. I give you my heart, I give you my heart for the hurting time. Yeah, I give you my heart, I give you my heart for the hurting times, hurting times. Oh, oh, I give you my heart, I give you my heart.
Fantastic. Wow, thank you guys. Becky, what an amazing voice. You don't just roll out of bed with that voice. Are you a classically trained singer?
Well, it's funny. I come from a long line of singers. My mom's a professional opera singer, and my brother is like a mega superstar, travels the world, sings at the Met, opera singer. Oh, wow. And I'm sort of like the black sheep, folky rock girl, singing like this. But yes, I did go to school thinking I also wanted to be an opera singer, and quickly realized that was not my path, and started doing this.
Got it. Right on. Let me ask you guys this. You guys definitely have a palpable dynamic between the two of you, and it kind of makes me think how my partner and I are. We're sheltered in, and it's like me and her. We're already each other's everything, but it's kind of magnified now. And I'm curious, how has your dynamic musically, like, are you guys just hunkering down and playing music or writing songs? How has that morphed for you guys in the middle of the pandemic? And yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we've definitely become more internet digitally engaged, I would say. We've released a couple of live performance videos on our Facebook page, Instagram pages. Yes, like we always say that we've crammed about 25 years of marriage into 13 because we've traveled everywhere and we spend every second together.
Driving 50,000 years in a 2009 Honda CR-V, 50,000 miles. Maybe it was years.
I felt like it.
Yeah. But now we have a whole house to spread out in, so it's I feel like I have more space.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to I think part of being in a musical duo, no matter if you're stuck at home 24/7 or not, there's this quote we love by Rainer Marie Rilke that says, I hold this to be the highest regard between...
The highest bond
between two people, that each protects the solitude of the other. Yeah. And that's been really important for us because we love being together, but sometimes I need my space. And so does he.
Well, I knew you guys had had something poetic to say about being sheltered in with each other. So that was great. And I think it's good to hear. That's interesting that you mentioned how you've really kind of become more digitally savvy because, as an artist in 2020, you absolutely have to be digitally savvy. So we're happy to have you guys here on this digital live stream, and you're doing a great job. I'm going to let you play your final song here. We'll say goodbye, and then I'll let you be on your merry way. Barnaby Bright, tell us a little bit about the last song you have here for us.
Yeah, just another shout out to Cisco for having us. Thank you, Bill and Nicole and Will and everybody and all the other bands playing tonight.
There's a lot of BBs here. I don't know if anyone has noticed that. We got Bill, Birch, and Brooke, Bonham, and Barnaby Bright. BBs are taking over.
And also to like everybody, we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the things, barnabybright.com. There's all our tipping info. And Nathan, you should tell them about this last song.
Yeah, I wish I was in great shape, but I'm not. And I know that exercise is the thing I have to do to get there. And I hate to exercise. So I wrote a song trying to inspire myself to go to the gym. It never worked. I still don't exercise, but it's a fun song to sing, and maybe it can inspire someone else. It's on our last record, and this one is called Go.
So you had a little trouble with the mirror today. Now you got the blues, feeling like your looks are slipping away. It's what you gotta do, get your phone. You're not alone, call me anytime. Pick up your chin, it's time to dig in. Cut to the front of the line, get your body moving. Go, but you know, don't come cheap. Gotta get down on your hands and knees. You can be what you wanna see. Baby, go, 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 yeah. Go, 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 get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Everybody's looking for somebody, get your body, go. Get your body, go. So you had a little trouble with your lover today. Now your heart is bruised. Said he'd always love you, but he's going away. And with your best friend too on your feet, revenge so sweet. Takes a little time to be your best, to fit in that dress. Girl, you're gonna blow his mind. Get your body go, but you know it don't come cheap. Gotta get down on your hands and knees. You can be what you wanna see. Baby, go, 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 get your body, go, 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 get your body, go, 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 get your body, go. Everybody's looking for somebody, get your body, go. Get your body, go.
I hit the note. It's amazing.
So you had a little trouble with your doctor today. Got some awful news. Feeling like the good times are slipping away. Ain't got no time to lose. Off your butt, suck in your gut. It's gonna be alright. Change the plan. Know that you can. Forever won't wait all night. Get your body down. But you know it don't come cheap. Gotta get down on your hands and knees. You can be what you wanna see. Baby, go, 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 yeah. Go, 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 get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Everybody's looking for somebody, get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Go, 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 get your body, go. Everybody's looking for somebody, get your body, go.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.
Barnaby Bright, thank you so much. That song was very different from the last two. I love it. There's it shows your versatility, if you will. Well, thank you guys so much. That was Barnaby Bright, and make sure that you, if you haven't had a chance to click the link over to our Bright Fund to donate to Gray Area, that will be on your screen right now. And yeah, if you have the ability to donate, we appreciate it. This is live from home, and I'm excited for our last act here. It is the Brook and the Bluff, and you can't see them yet. You're about to see them, but man, they look so ready right now. And I'm going to cut over to the Brook and the Bluff. They're originally from Birmingham, Alabama. They're coming to us from Nashville, Tennessee. The Brook and the Bluff, welcome, welcome.
Oh,
hello.
Hey there. Got the unmute. Just all right.
The enthusiasm is just oozing from that living room right now. Do you guys all live together, or have you guys all been like sheltered in together? How's that work?
Well, yeah. So the majority of us do live together. Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 live together. This guy and this guy do not.
We don't. We live close, and well, they're brothers, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's cool.
They share the same DNA, so I totally get it. You guys are in Nashville. How long have you been living in Nashville for?
About 2 years.
Over 2 years now. February 2018. Yeah. So we got here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm assuming you guys moved out there for musical purposes, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd been living in Birmingham, our hometown, for a little while after I think all respectively went to college, and then we got to a point where it was time to just make the jump if we wanted to really do this for our lives. That it was time to make that jump to a city where there was more industry. So we made the move.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Well, I've heard that Nashville is definitely a great place to be for exactly what you guys want to do. So I'm gonna let you guys play the first 2 of your 3 songs. Tell us a little bit about maybe why you chose these, and yeah, I'll let you take it away. We'll talk after the second one, and tell us about song number 1, song number 2 for everybody at home. Again, this is The Brook and the Bluff, and take it away, gentlemen.
Yeah. So the first song we're going to play is called Halfway Up. We put a record out in October, and this is kind of the lead single or the first song that came out from that record. And it's about a trip that I went on to Hallstatt, Austria in 2016. And it has it's carried us a bit of a ways over the past year. So this song's called Halfway Up. Out on glacier lakes, and oh, you locked me out for days and days. Upon an land you turn your face, and we could never feel comfortable in this way. When I was everything that you wanted, and I was on the path to being honest. I stopped when we were halfway up in Halstead, and it felt as we were living in our forfeit. Oh, Hallowed ground, my place to fade. Middle of the spring, but it's cold in the bed we made. And to opposite ends we gravitate. You could never feel warm enough to stay. I wanna hear you say that I was everything that you wanted, that I was on the path to being honest. I stopped when we were halfway up in Halstead, and it felt as we were living in our forfeits. Oh, and I'm kind of and passing clouds, kind of that you wanted, that I was on the path to being honest. I stopped when we were halfway up in Austin, when I was everything that you wanted. Oh, that I was on the path to being honest. I stopped when we were halfway up in Austin, and it felt as we were living in our forfeits. And now, everything's so loud.
That's halfway up.
Yeah, that is halfway up. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah. So this next song, we figured we would play it. We put out, so like I said, we put an album out in October. It's called First Place, and if you want to listen to it, you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, all the things.
Tidal?
Is it on Tidal?
Maybe. Check it
Might
out.
be on Tidal. If you haven't, check it out. Let us know. So this next song is Off the Lawn. Yeah. So we're gonna play Off the Lawn. It's the fifth. Right, it's fifth. It's right in the middle of the album before you flip to the B side on the vinyl. But it is it's about a night that I had here in Nashville where I had a fight with somebody in my car. I could park at her house and park on the lawn, and so I just got the door slammed in my face and turned around and got in the car and just left. So the song's called Off the Lawn. 1, 2, 1, 3. At one, off the lawn, 3 steps and I'm gone. I never think about what went wrong. I never think about you at all. Oh my God, how I'd fall right into your arms. I'm stepping over what went wrong. 3 steps and I'm gone. Every lonely hour you spend in love, lost in every corner of your heart. Now I have to start again. Oh, now I have to start. I don't want to start again. Move along, not for long. 2 months and I'm on. You're mine again, we're spinning to the song. The one we act like we were never on. And I'm not so strong, I'm falling apart. And like a door handle in my old car. I get it fixed or just remain a thought. Every lonely hour you spend in love, dusting off those cobwebs in your heart. need you, and I have to, and I want to. Don't think that I need you, and I have to, I want to. Don't think that I need you, and I have to, I want to. Don't think that I need you, I have to, I want to. Don't think that I need you, and I have to, I want to. I don't think that I need you.
Oh, that was great. Thank you guys so much. I think everybody's like kind of scratching their heads thinking about how you guys managed to harmonize so well, because it sounds you guys are it's on point. Everyone's
Thank you.
doing something different. Here's my question for you on that note is this music could very well, I don't know, conceivably one of you could sing it, but you guys do it so well with 5 of you. I think that's what makes you guys unique. Even from Nashville, like I can't really think of a Nashville artist who has 5 voices, young voices like this. How do you guys manage to get along so well? Because you all seem to really enjoy each other's company too. You're all really smiley. And have you guys known each other your whole lives, or have you been making music your whole life?
I'll say there's like a big Venn diagram of our history together with like where we went to high school and where we went to college. Brief history though. So Alec and I grew up next door neighbors since we were 6 years old. So you're talking about 2 decades of friendship. And then we went to high school with John and Kevin.
4 of us went to high school.
Yeah,
yes.
So all 4 of them went to high school together. I lived in a different part of Birmingham. And I met Alec in Auburn, and we were in another like really bad, not really bad, but not good band our freshman year of college. And we eventually ended up starting this one, the Brook and the Bluff, our senior year. And yeah, I think the only way for us, and with how much time we spend together, whether that's on the road or rehearsing or doing, the only way for us to kind of keep ourselves sane is to just like never ever be serious. And so we're just always like we're just like 100% of the time when we're not, I guess, like actually on stage, most of it is just, there's like really not much seriousness involved in our interactions. Yeah.
I think that's a good strategy, especially for these crazy times right now. And you guys are doing a great job with it. We got one more song from you guys. Let's come back and chat for a little bit after the third one. Don't run off just yet. I'm sure. Let's play the last one for us. Tell us a little bit about it. Again, this is the Brook and the Bluff, and we're looking forward to hearing this next one here. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So the last song we're going to play is it is called Shelby, and it is about our old tour vehicle. We had an old Ford Expedition. I think it was a 2002 or something like that, and it was the first car that we traveled the country in. So this song is called Shelby, and we're the Brook and the Bluff.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Can't wrap
Yeah.
You guys are great. So I have something interesting to tell you, that there's over 8,000 people tuned into this live stream right now, which is I'm just looking at you guys. Yeah, kind of mind-boggling. And imagine that there's like over 8,000 people right now screaming for an encore, an encore, an encore. And I'm wondering if you guys have an encore in you.
Ooh, I think we're
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can do one now. Yeah, for sure.
I kind of had a feeling you guys would be down, and we're gonna have the Brick and Bluff play one more, and then I'll come back and say goodbye to everybody here. And thank you guys so much. This is awesome. Playing an encore on the fly. We are live from home here with AppDynamics and Cisco. Make sure to donate to Gray Area if you see the link on your screen there. And the Brick and the Bluff. All right, take it away.
Go.
All right. Yeah, this is not our song that we're gonna encore with, but it's one of our favorite songs to play, and it's a Beatles song. It's Obladi Oblada. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and
Desmond has a barrow in the marketplace. Molly is a singer in a band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And Molly says this as she takes him by the hand. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, 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 life goes on. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, 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 life goes on. Desmond takes a trolley to the jeweler's store, buys a 20-carat golden ring, takes it back to Molly waiting at the door, and as he gives it to her, she begins to sing. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, la, life goes on. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, la, life goes on. In a couple of years, they have built a home, sweet home. With a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Jones. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Desmond lets the children lend a hand. Molly stays at home and does her pretty face, and in the evening she still sings it with the band. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, la, life goes on. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, la, life goes on. In a couple of years they have built a home, sweet home. With a couple of kids running in the yard of Desmond and Molly Jones. Happy ever after in the marketplace. Molly lets the children lend a hand. Desmond stays at home and does his pretty face, and in the evening they still sing it as a band. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, la, life goes on. Obladi, oblada, life goes on. Rah, la, la, life goes on. And if you want some fun, say obladi, blada.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. That was the Brick and the Bluff. And I want to thank everybody who joined us today. Over 8,000 people tuned in at some point. That's amazing. We jumped from LA to Nashville to Tallahassee, Florida, and to Kansas City, Kansas. We were all over the country tonight, and that was fantastic. I want to thank all the bands, Royce Lovett, Matt Lowell of Low Moon, Barnaby Bright, and of course, Brick and the Bluff right here. Make sure to come back next week if you like the entertainment that you got today. We have musical theater night, same bat place, same bat time, Tuesday, May 12th at 4:30. You can visit the Live from Home webpage or wherever you are right now, you can just, the last link you should click, of course, today, gray area. You could still donate if you haven't already, if you like what you saw today, if you were entertained for an hour and a half. We really appreciate it. I'm sure gray area really appreciates it. This has been Live from Home. My name is Adrian Spinelli. You can find me on Twitter down here somewhere. And thank you everybody for joining us on Live from Home, and we will see you next week, hopefully. Take care. Thanks, everybody.